Hello everybody, we are in the car. You know what that means. First of all, I'm sitting by a really red Jeep, so I'm sorry for my face looking so red. When I'm in the car, that can only mean one thing. It's Little Free Library Day. Technically tomorrow is, but I'm currently in the area where some of the Little Free Libraries are, so I'm gonna check them out and just see what I can find. I brought 3 books with me. Let me show you what those are. Me and my red face here. First of all, we have one that I tried and didn't like, Catalyst. We have another that I tried and didn't like, Wallace in Love. And yet another that I tried and didn't like, Positive Intelligence. So, if you saw my vlog the other day where I was trying the books that I had not started from my rollovers bag, all 3 of these were part of that vlog. So these are the 3 that I chose to just go a little bit Little Free Library hunting today. And then tomorrow will be the bulk of the Little Free Library searching. So we're gonna go do this and see what we can find. All right, here we are at the first spot. And this is the book that's on top of the pile. So this is the one I'm gonna bring. Let's see if they have anything here. First, I didn't think I was going to find anything in there, but then I saw this. It's called Called, Hearing and Responding to God's Voice, which is literally perfect for things that I've been praying about and thinking about. Like, go in my TBR stack and be something that I read in 2023, but I'm excited. It's small too, so we love that for me. On to the next place. Okay, so option number 2, or library number 2 was not an option. So I just came to the 3rd one, and I'll just save that other book for tomorrow's Little Free Libraries. But the next book that I am going to donate, so to speak, try to swap out, is Catalyst. This library in particular has not had books that I really want recently, but I am still going to swap this out for something. Whether I swap it out for something that I want to read or something that I will swap out tomorrow is yet to be determined, but we'll see. This is going in this Little Free Library though. Let's go check it out. Okay, so I picked up one that I might like. I don't know. It's called Peace, Love, and Baby Ducks. I don't know if I'm going to actually like this. It's definitely not in the best condition, but it seemed interesting enough. I'll talk about it more at the end of this video, but this is what I picked up. Definitely giving me like something, like the vibe of what I would read in middle school. So I don't know if I'm going to like this now, but 2 books added to the TBR situation for now. All right. Okay, it's the next day and I'm getting ready to go out, which is why I look like I'm about to go out in the snow or something because it's pretty cold out there, 40s. So not ideal, but I need to get this filmed today so that it can go up tomorrow. It is what it is. I am sitting here next to the stack of books that I'm bringing out with me today, in addition to the ones from yesterday, which I think I just have one left to switch out, but here's the stack. Let's see what we have here. So the first one is Doom with a View. We didn't like this at all, or at least I didn't like it at all. So this is going in a Little Free Library, wherever it may. I tried the piano tuner as part of a vlog, and or maybe it was a reading sprint. I don't even remember at this point, but I was not loving it. It has super tiny print, and it was just not what I was hoping for. So I will put that back in a little free library. Next is The Year of Magical Thinking. This was just too depressing for me, and like, honestly, I don't want to sit there and read all the details of all the sad things that happened in her life. Not that I don't care, I just don't want to be sad, you know? There's so much else that I really want to read that I want to focus on. Next, we have Law's Quandary, which I have determined I'm probably never going to read, and I just did not think that it was that interesting. This was one of those that was supposed to be required for my class, but I don't think we ever ended up reading from it, or if we did, we like skimmed it. I don't remember. The fact that I don't remember tells me that it can just go. It's not, obviously not that meaningful to me, so someone else can enjoy it. And then finally, another little free library book that I got years and years ago, The Vanity Fair Diaries. This is a memoir, and I'm just not a huge fan of memoirs, so I just am not thinking that I'm going to enjoy this. I had started it. I really like the naked hardback. I think it's cute, but that is not the reason that I'm going to keep this whole big book. So, and like, even the end papers are pretty, but it's fine. I'm not going to keep this whole big book just for that, so it's going to go back in a little free library. So I have quite a few to go donate. I'm going to go up into the area that has a lot of them all in the same spot. So that's the plan. Let's get into it. Okay, just a quick update. I went to the first little free library and there was nothing there that I wanted, so I wasn't just going to like take something just to take something. So now I'm at the Starbucks. I'm going to get myself some sustenance, and then we'll go to the next little free library and then to the gas station, because apparently that's what we do. Okay, I'm officially at the next little free library, but the first of that area. Super frizzy hair, not sure what the deal is with that, but will I be able to get rid of this? We shall see. Okay, that was super successful, and I almost did the thing where I put in 2 and take out 3, but I decided to not do that just because I have so many books, not a ton of time, and not that many little free libraries we want to visit today. So I put in those 3 books that I didn't really like. Hopefully someone else will enjoy them, but I did pick up something that is on my Goodreads already, which is captivating. I picked up this one that sounds pretty interesting. It's called The Black Widow. Basically, like, the secret ops guy in Israel, and stuff's going on with terrorists and whatnot, and it just sounded intriguing. It's a huge book though. That's kind of seeming like one I may never get to, but it sounded interesting, so I picked it up. And then this one, I remember years ago, my professor in law school was talking about, and I've wanted to read it ever since, but not like enough to buy it, but I've looked for it every time I see a John Grisham book in a little free library. I look to see if it's this one, and it never is until today. It's The Testament, so I'm going to read that at some point in life. Now I'm starting to second guess Peace, Love, and Baby Ducks. I feel like this is something I would love in middle school, but I think I'm going to put it back in the Unhaul pile just because I'm having some decent luck and I would like to get more books that fit my tastes now and not necessarily like nostalgic middle school vibes, if you know what I mean. The next one is actually the library that I got We Were Liars from, so I'm like, I have very high expectations for them right now, but I'm just gonna bring this and we'll see what we can find. Okay, I got this one that looks really cute. And it's giving me Christmas vibes just because of the red cover. But it's called the Wednesday Letters. And apparently something tragic, it sounds like, happens in this story. And the husband and wife had like written a bunch of letters to each other. And the kids find these letters and they're trying to figure out what happened. So I love that. This is next. Okay, remember last time in last month's video when I went to that one little free library that had all the Nicholas Sparks? Well, since then I have regretted not picking up a copy of The Notebook because I am that rare unicorn person who's never seen The Notebook and I've never read the book either. So I'm not sure like if I'm gonna like it, but like everyone loves this movie so much and I just feel like I'm missing out. I have major FOMO for some reason. I picked up The Notebook and it's cute because it has like the picture from the movie and that would match my last song cover. So, got this. It was short. I didn't even realize like it's definitely not long. So, got that. It was like a brand new one, and so I just left the book in there without taking any of the two things that were in there. So I'll just pick something up from a different little free library that's more stocked and let that be like my trade or whatever, but I just wanted to support their new little library because it's cute. Okay. Am I possibly preparing for next bookmas? You know I am. 3 Christmas books. These will absolutely be getting saved for next year unless I just decide to read them this year. So, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I will talk more about these when I get home and do like my haul. But, oh, yes. So the only book that I really have left, I mean, I'm sad to like put that one in there, but it was definitely the type of book that I just may not ever read. I'm also second guessing The Notebook because it's like I really want to read it, but at the same time, I could get an ebook of this. So I may put this back. I don't know, but I have options. I'm going to go to the other ones, see what they have, and just we'll see what happens. Okay, I'm not surprised I didn't find anything there, but I am surprised by how stocked that one was. I've never seen it look like that in my life in the last 3 years that I've been going to this little free library. So that's a good sign for the little free library, but I didn't find anything there, which is actually perfect because I have 2 more to go to, and if I could find 1 book in each, that would be ideal. That would be perfect. Did pick up this book called The Innovation Killer. This is not the one that I was going to pick at first, but it is the first one that stood out to me, and I was just kind of like, nah, I don't want that one. And then in the end I decided to get it because it's very much seems like a leadership book. Ooh, there's something in there. What is that? Oh, it's just a weird, oh, it's a tangram. I love that. I'll add that to my teacher box. Cool. Anyway, it's just, I think this will be good for me to read for leadership stuff, leadership purposes. Then I also picked up the picture of Dorian Gray, which, first of all, I like this cover. Not fond of the guy creepily staring, but I think that goes along with the story. But I do love these Barnes & Noble classics. I think they're just so nice looking, and I love the different colors that are all in the same shade, or like the different shades of the same color. You know what I mean? Oh my goodness. Very excited about that. I feel like this is a booktube must. So aside from the fact that it's a classic, so I feel like I really need to read this. Hey guys, it's a few days later. We had a family situation going on over the weekend. And technically is still going on, but I just was not able to continue this video until today. I'm just here to talk about the books that I picked up at the little free libraries, and honestly at this point I've kind of forgotten some of them, so I'm excited to see what I got, and I hope you guys are excited to hear about the synopses and my thoughts on them. So let's start first with Called. This is called Hearing and Responding to God's Voice. This is something that I am wanting to learn more about in my own life right now, so I love that I found this. And it says, in Called, author Susan Robb shows us how God interrupts the lives of ordinary men and women, calling and empowering them to live lives of service they never would have imagined on their own. And she shows us that the same God who called 6 of the Bible's most iconic characters, Abraham, Samuel, Esther, Jonah, Mary Magdalene, and the beloved disciple, calls us too to bring hope and transformation to the world. Discover how to hear and respond to the unique call God is placing on your life. I'm just excited for this. It'll be a good devotional in 2023, I hope. The next one is a little bit on the devotional side as well. It's called Captivating. This is part of my Goodreads want to read list. Goodreads TBR, whatever. So I really wanted to get it. When I saw it, I was like, that'll knock out something on my Goodreads. First paragraph of the synopsis says, every woman was once a little girl, and every little girl holds in her heart the most precious dreams. She longs to be swept up into a romance, to play an irreplaceable role in a great adventure, to be the beauty of the story. Those desires are far more than child's play. They're the secret to the feminine heart. And I think it's talking about how, like, God is the one to fulfill that desire. That's my understanding of this book, but it was on my Goodreads TBR, so I figured I better pick it up. Also, let's take a look. What does it look like without the dust jacket? Just black and gold. We love it. All right, the next book, I think I talked about this in the car, but this is one that one of my professors in law school had talked about. And I just, like, for whatever reason, it just, like, stuck in my mind. I wanted to read it ever since then. I don't even really remember what it's about, but I knew I wanted to read it. It is The Testament by John Grisham. First of all, how cool is that cover? I love this. Light is reflecting on this, so I'm gonna have to hold this up. Troy Felon? Is it Phelan or Felon? That's a funny name. Is a self-made billionaire, one of the richest men in the United States. He's also eccentric, reclusive, confined to a wheelchair, and looking for a way to die. His heirs, to no one's surprise, especially Troy's, are circling like vultures. Nate O'Reilly is a high-octane Washington litigator who's lived too hard, too fast, for too long. His second marriage in a shambles, he is emerging from his fourth stay in rehab, armed with little more than his fragile sobriety, good intentions, and resilient sense of humor. Returning to the real world is always difficult, but this time it's going to be murder. Rachel Lane is a young woman who chose to give her life to God, who walked away from the modern world with all its strivings and trappings and encumbrances, and went to live and work with a primitive tribe of Indians in the deepest jungles of Brazil. Why can't I talk today? Of Brazil. In a story that mixes legal suspense with a remarkable adventure, their lives are forever altered by the startling secret of the Testament. Doesn't ring any bells whatsoever, but for whatever reason, this has stuck out to me. So I will enjoy getting into that sometime in the new year. The next one is called The Wednesday Letters, and this sounds so sad, but interesting. I don't know. Their story began with one letter on their wedding night. I made a promise today at the church, and I'm making another promise here tonight. I'm going to write to you every week, and Laurel, I will always stand by you, no matter what. We're in everything together. No secrets, no surprises, and I will always be true. In every way. Jack. It ended with a final letter before either one had a chance to tell their children the truth. Soon the Cooper children discover thousands of Wednesday letters, clues to a family secret that will bring them face to face with a life-changing moment of truth. The next few are books that I picked up for Bookmas next year, unless I decide to read them this year for Bookmas, but that would only happen if, like, I'm really, like, on top of things and, like, really getting my actual book advent read. But the first book is called The First Christmas, What the Gospels Really Teach About Jesus' Birth. And first of all, the cover is so cool. Oh wait, I didn't show you this one. Hold on. Wednesday Letters is another black and gold. Very interesting. I'm sensing there's a theme going on here. I'm not sure why. Oops. This one looks like... Oh, I like the end papers. They're cool. Red and Gold. In The First Christmas, two of today's top Jesus scholars joined forces to show how history has biased our reading of the nativity story as it appears in the Gospels. As they did for Easter in the previous book last week, here they explore the beginning of the life of Christ, peeling away the sentimentalism, this sounds weird so far, that's built up over the last 2,000 years around this most well-known of all stories to reveal the truth of what the Gospels actually say. Okay, that sounds good. Hopefully this is, like, actually biblical. If not, I won't like it. Obviously. They help us see this well-known narrative afresh by answering the question, what do these stories mean, in the context of both the 1st century and the 21st century? They successfully show that the Christmas story read in its original context is far richer and more challenging than people imagine. Okay, that sounds good. It looks like they include actual biblical references, so we're gonna hope that this is actually blah, 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 blah. We're gonna hope this is actually biblical, and who knows, I may actually end up reading this year and not save it for next year. I don't know, we'll see. Just depends on the vibe, but maybe what I'll do is keep it out for December. I almost said November. Keep it out for December, and then if I don't get to it, I'll just wrap it up for bookmas at some point next year. So there's that. Another bookmas find is A Baxter Family Christmas by Karen Kingsbury. Now, first of all, I love the house. It's adorable. Like, that's so cute. Not a huge fan of the Baxter family. I've read one book of theirs, and I don't remember what it was called. Redemption, that's what it was called. At least I like know some of the characters. I don't know, we'll see what I think of this, but it says 2 years have passed. Okay, spoiler alert. I'm gonna read this on my own. I'm not gonna read it out loud to you because there's a major spoiler here. I've only read one Baxter story book, and I'm kind of iffy about jumping right into this one, but I don't know. It's Christmassy, so it's like I can give it a shot. Also, can we just get this disgusting sticker off? Much better. It brings two families together in the aftermath of loss and in the midst of an unfolding love story. I'm gonna leave it at that for you guys. So if you're like in the middle of her series about the Baxter family and you want to like not be spoiled, don't read this, because I'm just a little bit in shock right now. But anyway, okay, I'm gonna like this, I think. At first I was uncertain, but it's following some of the characters that I'm familiar with when they're older, obviously, because I think this series has been going on for a while. I'm excited to get into this. I may have to read it this year, who knows. Maybe if like one of the books that I pick for bookmas, if I'm not enjoying it, maybe I'll switch it out with this. I don't know, but there's that. And then I also picked up, I'm not sure about this one at all, but it's called Her Amish Holiday Suitor. So I love learning about Amish people. I think they're so interesting. I don't know, it's an Amish word. However you say that. Maidel is what I'm gonna say. A carefree bachelor and a Christmas Amish country courtship surprise. Lucy Knapp has no time for heartbreaker Nick Burkholder until a pretend courtship means she can finish her embroidery for a Christmas fundraiser in peace. Nick's arrangement with the too reserved Lucy is the perfect cover while he repairs the cabin his brother damaged. But once Nick sees how vibrant Lucy really is, can he prove himself and show their love is for all seasons? We love this. It's short. It looks good. I'm excited. I hope I actually enjoy this, but we'll see. The next book is the ever popular book that I've never read, movie I've never seen. Don't hate me, don't judge me, please don't come for me. It's The Notebook, and I'm looking forward to reading this because obviously everybody knows The Notebook, everyone seems to be obsessed with it, and I feel very left out, and I just want to know why. So I picked this up. I don't think I'm gonna need to read the synopsis of this. If you know, you know. If you don't, and you're like me, pick up the book and we can buddy read it. I don't know. But yeah, The Notebook. Maybe I'll do like a Nicholas Sparks reading week or something because I picked up The Notebook, Message in a Bottle. I could pick up Dear John. I've read that one before. I have The Last Song. Like, we could just really go for it. Anyway, next book that I picked up is The Picture of Dorian Gray, which I totally forgot about this, and I'm super excited about it because I feel like this is one that everyone seems to have read, and I feel very left out also. Also just really love the Barnes & Noble Classics paperback editions. I just think they look so nice. I love the like color blocking and everything. Anyway, so I was excited to pick this up. The dreamlike story of a young man who sells his soul for eternal youth and beauty. But the painting of him ages and grows increasingly hideous with the years. Sounds funny. And then lastly, I picked up the Innovation Killer. And I picked this up for leadership purposes. As you guys know, if you've seen any of my past Little Free Library videos, you know I like to pick up books that can help me grow as a leader and grow the people whom I lead. Also came with some tangrams, which I am absolutely going to put in my teacher box because that'll be great just to like have something really quick that kids can play with, where you literally just cut along the lines there and they're like little shapes that you can make different pictures and stuff with. So kids love them, so I'm excited about that. But yeah, I'm also looking forward to this. How what we know limits what we can imagine and what smart companies are doing about it. Okay, so there's the stack. This was a super successful Little Free Library haul, I think. I really enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to reading all of these potentially in 2023, possibly even some of the Christmas ones this year, we shall see. But overall, I'm just really excited. I love Little Free Libraries. Do you guys love them? I know some of you all comment and tell me how you love Little Free Libraries in your area and how you enjoy these videos. So I'm very glad because these are some of my favorite videos to make. So let me know which of these, if you've read any of these, if you would have picked some of these up. Let me know if you found anything good in your Little Free Libraries recently. Be sure to give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. Bookmas is coming in just a few days. Oh my gosh. A week from today is the last day of the year. The last day of the month. I'm getting ahead of myself here. A week from today is the last day of the month, which means that, oh my gosh, a week from today I'm gonna be prepping for Bookmas, and I'm gonna be putting my books out, putting the labels on them. I'm gonna be putting together like either my stocking or a little bag of the numbers, maybe decorating. I'm so excited for this. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, that's to come. Thank you so much for being here, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye!